Are you in the property management space having to manually review hundreds or thousands of apartment units for tenant turn every year? Let's show a better way to do this with Clina. We're going to start by creating an agent whose sole task is going to be to classify apartment conditions during tenant turn. I'll click to create the agent. We're going to get started by dropping in files, just images, for a single apartment, and we'll define all the things we'd like to check for each apartment. I'm going to drop in a set of photographs. These are amateur photography pictures of the unit in different rooms. Next, I'm going to define what I'd like to verify for each apartment. I'm going to click Add an Extraction. And the first thing I want to verify is that there's a photo for at least one photo of all the main rooms. So kitchen, living area, bathroom, and bedroom. Let's go ahead and create this check. Secondly, I'm looking to classify the condition of the apartment. I'll bucket it into three categories, although these could be any categories. I'm going to look for poor condition with old fixtures, flooring, etc. that are also damaged. Fair, meaning things might be dated but are in good condition. And good, meaning new appliances, fixtures, and flooring. I'll dump my instructions into the prompt here and click Create. Lastly, I'm going to look for any visible damage or maintenance that might be required on the unit, and I'm going to attach an existing document I have that's a checklist for properties during tenant turn. I'll go ahead and attach that file. This will now be incorporated into my instructions, and the checklist will be compared against images to verify if there's any damage that needs to be repaired. I'll go ahead and click Create here. For this one apartment, I can uncollapse these to see the result, including the reasoning for each result. Here we see that the system is able to verify that there are indeed pictures of each of the main rooms, as well as identifying which specific photographs include those rooms. For the classification, you can see that this apartment has been classified as in good condition, which we can see from the images, as well as the reasoning. And we can also see that the system is able to treat this as a classification, so that every apartment will receive either poor, fair, or good rating. Lastly, our system has returned that there's no visible maintenance issues for this particular apartment, and it's provided reasoning for what it's found for new cabinetry, flooring, and appliances. I can also view this in a report view that I can download as a PDF, email, or docx file. Once I'm happy with what I'm checking for a single apartment, I can connect this to a data source so I can automate this for hundreds or thousands of units. Let's go ahead and do that next. As my source, I'm going to use an email integration. This will be an email that we forward from a setup account, such that all images for apartments that need to be turned over will be received at this account. We'll forward that to this agent. The agent will then process the checks that I have set up and dump the result into a database or another useful place for me to review later. Let's click to add a source here. Here I'm going to add an email source. I'm going to select an email that will be forwarding all the images. Now that I have this set up, I can send or forward emails with pictures of the apartment as attachments to that email address, and the results will be processed automatically. So let's go ahead and do that now. Returning to our list of inspections, we can see each email and attachment being processed as it's received. We can click into the individual inspections to verify the results. For example, in this property, we have images of the kitchen, living space, as well as bathroom, but it has identified that there is no bedroom identified in the apartment. It's also correctly identified this property as being in poor condition, which we can see from these pictures. And it's also produced a list of maintenance issues to be mitigated before the unit is turned.